Hello, welcome back to Beginner's Guide. We have a new place here with a guard. Can I press the button? I intend to be quick, because I do want to be quick. Very good. Aha, this must be the machine.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. I didn't see the text chat there. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. You stopped feeding us. It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologise to them. It's met these people. They've been so long. Apologise for leaving me. Seen the thing you fear. Right, I will apologise to the people on your behalf. This is a different room. It's cool looking though. Yes. My friends, I have a troubling revelation. The machine refuses to admit deliberately hurt us. It's potent that we are stronger than it thinks that we are. Let us show it that we are not failures. This is cool. I like this.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work? So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games.
Yeah.
I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
The machine. And the lamp.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011.
This is the last game.
I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Okay. Got a feeling this is going to be depressing. The tower.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Alright, press enter. They made it out of dev textures. Yeah, this is definitely contrived. I mean, if you were going to add a bridge, you just put in regular textures.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
I'm glad he put the code. Ah, Jesus. Keep going past him. 6. One. 7, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 15, 16, 17. Why is it 15, 16, 17? Nope. Cool.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011, I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
3 dots? Am I missing something? 3 dots?
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he
Excuse me,
stopped
that was my fault.
and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
Dear Davey, thank you for my interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. Really?
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Just an exit?
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Affecting my personal space.
And
that
the
it's
people
possible
who
that is
played
again
them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Well, if this game was actually true and not contrived, which I think it is, then he's shown the whole world his games, so I don't know. Wait, Davey added the lampposts?
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Desperately need someone and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. The points are just part of the process. About me.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
This is I feel bad for him.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Those walls were closing in, I think.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
It's like a station in Half-Life. Assume I go up to this red door.
Solution.
The fuck? I want to know how to make these kind of weird trippy games.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
I've seen this in other games before. That pointless balcony.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
To the darkness again. Where is the end of this thing?
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like. What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna Okay.
Well, now he's gone. Brief party can begin. Well, let's see what is left of this game. Does this mean anything anymore? Who knows? This game is fucked with my mind. I don't know what to say. I mean, am I meant to be finding meaning in this? I thought we were back at the station there for a minute. Oh, it's the thing to kill yourself. Right at the end. To save everyone else. Getting to the end. We raise up through the ceiling. And nothing. Very good. Oh, it's a maze. Wonder if that was all modelled or if it bled into texture at some point in there. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. That has been the beginner's guide. It was very deep and dark game and very enjoyable, but pointless, maybe? No. I don't know what to take from that. I don't know. It, like all games from the creators of Stanley Parable, it's totally messed with my mind. I need to go to sleep now and stop thinking about it. Alright. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, good. Please press the like button. Got anything to say? Leave it in the comments. Any opinions, thoughts on the game? Seriously, because I don't know what to think at the moment. Anything else? I'll catch you again. Alright, bye bye. Hello. I thought since it's in the sort of theme of the game we just played, the beginner's guide, thought I would show you a game that I didn't finish completing. It's set in Scotland, in a village where my parents live, where I grew up. And this is a stand-in for possibly what the bad guys could have looked like. Though he looks a little depressed. If you hit him enough times, he will ragdoll, but in a kind of broken, messed up sort of way. We have a Yugo 45 that these textures weren't missing last time I booted it up, but now they are bright pink. So that's something. This is a pub I used to work in. These are the other bad guys. They don't deal any damage yet. But they've got some basic AI. Here is a tiny little overly detailed camera. Yep. What else do we have? The road, there's a couple of bad guys here. But when they're green, they can't see you, and when they're yellow, means that they have seen you. I've got a knife on me now, so if I run, get away from that one. Stab. They just come up to you, and I was going to have them deal damage when they get that close, so you have to get away from them. Yeah. The knife takes a wee minute to swing. If I switch weapons again, there's a very Scottish weapon. It is a Buckfast bottle. And yeah, there's a kind of really badly made church here, and then everything starts to disintegrate into nothing. I have this lovely Burberry and Buckfast tree. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, the house just grey on this side. And then down here there's some more bad guys. I'm going to ignore them for now. I'm pretty sure I made it so you can get on the roof back here. Yeah, there's a couple of buildings back here, but nothing special, just disappears. This is the back of the pub. When I used to work in the pub, this is where you'd have to go smoke. Just come out here, this would be the kitchen door. And they had like a little office back here. I'm going to stand here and smoke. But there's a little bit here that, I don't know, I've never tried it in real life, but you could climb up here, and jump across here, and then if I get this right, I can jump up here. Yet again, the street sort of disintegrates. Around here. They've seen me. They're looking at me. Let's jump on them. Ah, they're coming for me. Pin me. Yeah, they can fly when you're in the air. Ah, get away from me. Right. I do have a run as well, which does give me a little run animation. It's not the best run animation. Run far too fast as well. As I said, there isn't much to it. I just thought after playing a game where the whole premise was looking through other people's games, unfinished games, and then getting some sort of insight from that. Oh, Jesus Christ, where did you come from? I thought this might be kind of interesting just to tag on to the end. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. Let's chuck some more bricks about. Forgetting. Just a cue to cycle through the weapons. I don't have them. To keys. I should maybe talk about what this game was meant to be before I leave, actually. Just basically the main premise of this game was to have waves of bad guys, like yobs. We call them Neds in Scotland, chavs in England. Don't know what they'd be called in America. But anyway, I was going to have you being a normal character, just a regular person, maybe trying to go to the shop or something, and then waves of bad guys, being Neds, start to try and have a fight with you. And I was going to do it in a slightly, I was going to attempt to make it in a slightly 90s theme setting. I was going to put some older looking cars and stuff, and just make it look a wee bit dated, and maybe have some 90s style music playing, some souped up 90s cars, old police wagons, stuff like that. And so you would just basically end up in a huge brawl, fighting with different bad guys, and you would pick up simple weapons, like bricks and knives. Bricks wouldn't be endless like this, and they'll deal different amounts of damage and stuff. And what I was going to do with the Buckfast bottles is I was going to have it so you get a couple of hits, which with like a club-like weapon, and then have it break, and then have it change into a stab-like weapon as it's like broken. And first of all, I was going to have you pick them up, and you drink it. You drink the Buckfast as health to get your health bar back up. And then it turns into a clubbing weapon, then it turns into a stabbing weapon, then it disintegrates. And with half bottles, it would give you half health, and you could fling the bottles, and they would act like bricks after you drunk them, and you'd just be able to throw one. But maybe with an extra power of hit as it smashes on them. What else could... what other things? I was going to have drug-related power-ups. And power downs, maybe. And basically, you would just fight off waves of bad guys who would get progressively different, bigger. Basically, a wave killing game. And this was just going to be the first level. That was my general concept. It's like building a game from scratch is hard, and I couldn't even get this shitty looking character to work with. Yes, now you follow her. To work with the sort of really simple AI I put into those kind of cylinder things. If that would have worked, that would have been quite cool. Anyway, maybe this is something that I could work on in the future again. But for now, it'd be really cool to smash all these windows. That is one thing I would do. I would make every window smashable by bricks. So you could go and smash every one of these goddamn windows. So you could just be a yob yourself as well. And a whole bunch of mini games. Smash up the cars as well. That'd be great if you could smash up the cars. Yeah. I thought these locations could stick some mini games in and stuff, and then but the main basics would be like a wave format, like a zebra crossing. Anyway, already started to say goodbye, but if you enjoyed this, got any ideas, any thoughts on this, please leave them in the comments, and otherwise I'll catch you again another time. Cheers, bye bye.